name is that from Thorin?
And then also, drinking Gamer Sops. It's the one you can't buy anymore called Grape, but I would recommend lemonade, maybe citrus, cherry limesicle. There's quite a few good ones now, actually. Arctic Cooler has a sort of strange flavour. I don't know what to describe it as, just green, just interesting. Yeah, there's a few out there. Emotional Damage, it's sort of peach flavour. It's got quite a nice balance to it. Obviously, get 10% off with the code Thorin, THORIN at gamesups.gg. This is a good one. So this guy, who's just a 28-year-old fan of the Dolphins, the Hurricanes, the Heat, Real Madrid, Netherlands, Fnatic, and Optic TX, or just any fucking nuts he can hang on from around the whole world. He's fucking all around the world, hanging on the nuts. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, what's the connection there? You started in, like, Florida, then you just went to everyone, like, you're just a fan of the Netherlands and Real Madrid. Like, all right, okay. Get ready. This is a totally sane thing to do. So because there used to be a stupid fucking thing that there was a conspiracy against Mega Man, the commentator from NA, that like, oh, he's been kept out of the industry because he's too good. No, he was kept out of the industry because he kept repeatedly making jokes on air that made female commentators uncomfortable and implied things like that you would just beat a young girl. Like he actually had a quote once that was like, oh, they mollywopped to like a young girl, like someone winning like a 1v2 or something mental like that. Like, what? And he had such mental fucking comments and such unprofessional behaviour, nobody wanted to work with him. So to joke about that, when we did the first blast, there was this event here where we had all this talent. They just hired all the talent for the first one. And so as a joke, I said, let's do a picture where we all put our hand up like this. And then I'll put a funny caption and I put, just getting our annual meeting out of the way to vote on whether to veto Mega Man from working in this industry. Now, only someone deeply mentally ill would not A, know that's a facetious joke, B, think that's a real thing that happens and we're all vetoing someone at the industry, and C, think we would have the say over that. Only someone deeply mentally ill. Oh, it's better than that, though. Not only did loads of Reddit, who are the kind of arseholes who like someone like Mega Man, get mega up their own arse about this comment, but this person, if you don't understand it, essentially implies that he's actually going to beat me up. You do get that, right? The implication is, can't wait to see you on ESL events, Thorin. There's only two ways this can be read. Both of them are mental. One is, he can't wait to see me. Like, he's going to see me and fuck me up for daring to say that about Mega Man. But do you know what the funnier version is? Because this one's mental. This shows how stupid these people are. Notice here it says November 23rd, 2017. I think he's just so dumb. He thinks that I don't get to work with ESL and they've blacklisted me from working events. But here's the problem. It's 2017, my dude. I already have worked the major ESL 1 Cologne in 2016. Then I worked ESL New York in 2016 for ESL. Then in 2017, this year, I've already worked, I actually turned Cologne down this time, but I've already worked in New York at this time. Then the next year, I'm going to be doing Cologne and New York. Then in 2019, I'm doing Cologne and I did New York for more. So either way, you're either going to beat me up, you're mental, or you're so stupid you don't know I'm already working with ESL again. I've already done a major for them at this point in time. That's the level of clapback you get on Twitter. Remember, 0 replies, 0 retweets, 0 likes. Here's a good one. So we're going to start here. Are you ready for a classic? Right. By the way, if what I did to Brazilians, I didn't do anything to Brazilians. I said something about some Brazilians that was a joke. If what I'd done to Brazilians was so heinous and evil, all you'd ever do was link the evidence over and over again. It'd be so damning. If you kept making shit up and lying, then we'd know you didn't really think I did something that bad, did you? So here we go. Simple was doing the stream, and he goes, only one guy in the world can stream CSGO. This is around the time of me doing that Fallen tweet, it was a day after or something, with no webcam, a rather questionable mic, and no chat interaction, and pull off 50k viewers. Simple is so well liked all over the world. Get ready to see where this goes. This guy goes, who's a fan of mine, points out about analysts being shitty to me, or him being a shitty to me, that he goes, so well liked that he got CSGO analysts and other personalities to reject reality, to pile shit on top of a fellow analyst, historian me, for telling an objective truth. Now, whether it's an objective truth, that's sort of debatable. Some would say it's a subjective truth, isn't it? This guy goes, you cannot be serious. Get ready for where this goes. You aren't even prepared. I never lie about reality and truth. You can say Fallen is overrated nowadays, but saying he is most in all-time history, just delusional, to be fucking honest. Get ready for where this goes. You are not even prepared. Truth can't be delusional. That is the antonym. So you are just xenophobe, just like Thorin. Brilliant. If you believe Fallen's overrated, you're just a xenophobe. Let's start there. That's kind of unfortunate. Get ready for where this is going to go. But I will respect your opinion. Why would you? If you think he's a xenophobe and you just hate people around him, why would you respect his opinion, you fucking cretin? You obviously don't think he's a xenophobe. And hope one day you will take all this hate out of you, right? Let's see what this guy does and makes up, and we'll see if he has any sort of hate or mental illness. You call him a xenophobe for having a controversial opinion, then you respect his opinion and call it hate. Pretty good point, really, isn't it? Because it is clearly hate, but that's okay. Why would it be okay? Which is it? Is it hate speech, which is so evil, you had to create a separate side of the law for it to punish people for having speech as if it was violence? But then it's also just cool and fine, no problem. I just don't see any reason in flaming players instead of appreciating the ones you think it is better. You win nothing by talking bad things about the others. Why are you going on about me being a xenophobe then, bro? Just talk about what I'm good at. You don't gain anything by talking about bad things about others. Get ready for this. Thorin often say a lot of triggering words, but there's a difference. Everyone can have their own opinions, and it's his own Twitter space that he's sharing his opinion on. Simple click on Thorin's own tweet, correct, and start insulting him because he called a player overrated. Get ready for what he's now going to claim I say. Let's say Brazilians are monkeys. That's a real start to this sentence, by the way. Let's say Brazilians are, like, when have I ever said Brazilians, the whole people, when have I ever said Brazilians are monkeys? Never happened ever, did it? So we'll start with a lie. Let's talk bad things about everyone, but no one can reply to it. What? Now, I've had the audacity to block people who say they're going to kill me, and that's actually like a violation of their constitutional free speech on the internet. Never existed, of course, but when I say bad things, I have to allow people to say bad things back to me. That's a law of the internet. I checked with God. God said that, apparently. Okay, cool. I didn't flame Thorin, but he is a assumed xenophobe. He does really hate everyone that is born in Brazil. Even the 1 second, by the way, this hasn't even finished, it's going to get even more mad. Even the 1 second old baby being born right now. See, that's the mystery about me, guys. I'm totally against abortion, but the second that baby breaches its head out, oh, fucking, there's another Brazilian in the world. Oh, fucking hell. If only I could go back on my, no, I've got to let them be born, haven't I? It's just wrong but then they're born and then the Brazil, oh, guys, what are we going to do about this? It's already mental. I hate everyone that is born in Brazil, right? So my mate Zeus, hate him. Born in Brazil, innit? Peacemaker, got along with him for fine for years, but no, I hate him. Just hate him. Fallen, who I've met many times, has had drinks with me, take loads of photos with me, done interviews with me. Hate him too. Get him off the board. Fur, who I think is one of the best players of all time. Hate him. You know why? Passport, check with the place he's born. Cold Zero, a player I give more MVPs to than fucking HLTV.org. But no, I hate him because he was born in Brazil and he's more than a second old. There's my two main criteria. But wait a minute. Where's the other one, though? I'm sure there's another one. I think it's a different guy, but there's one almost as good as this. There's going to be more nutters in the Brazilian thing, so get ready for that. Oh, so these are all Brazilian ones. Brilliant. Right, okay. So this is when Richard talked in 2022 about being nominated for Journalist of the Year. And that he doesn't think he should be included because he didn't think he did that much work that year. But I don't care. That's just Richard being overly self-effacing. He should always be nominated. He should probably win every single year, unless I win. And then Jacob Wolf wanted these people put in. But I am in agreement. Listen, you do fuck all work, mate. He does loads of work, including massive stories. I don't know why you're going, yeah, actually, as a fellow legendary esports journalist who also, I mean, I didn't do much work. So actually, remove us both, bro. No one gave a fuck about you. It's not a problem. Like, you weren't winning this year anyway, my dude. He actually might have won, which is why he went out of his way to say, I don't want to even be nominated or win this year. Then this guy goes, I would never vote for a prick like Lewis. And Luis, so that's going to be a nightmare for people just listening, as in Luis Mira, deserves a lot. This guy goes, seems like you're another I've been blocked without saying anything type of guy. Does seem like that, doesn't it? Get ready. Nothing like that. I responded in same level of his comments. Right, well, good news is, mate, it doesn't matter because he's the one choosing whether to see your comment or not. So even if you go, but I'm just responding how you are, he can go, yeah, I don't want someone to do that to me and block you. And there's no problem whatsoever. In fact, you know what? It's fucking beautiful. It's a glorious world. We're fucking, the sun has got his hat on. You are blocked today. You're saying lots of stupid things and now you'll go away. Swinging around a fucking lamppost. Oh, la la la. You fucking clown. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. But let me guess, you can never ever vote for or let this guy win an award for his actual job because he blocked you because of tweets you made. I wonder if you could be mentally ill. Seems like it, doesn't it? Champalau subscribed. Then it goes, get ready for me to come into this. I mean, so far, I'm not even mentioned, so there's no reason. I mean, I don't think I was even being nominated anymore in 2022. I could never be mentioned in this thread, right? Because you'd have to be mentally ill to bring me up for no reason. Comments that were xenophobic and thinking he understand Portuguese better than Brazilians while trying to lie about what a narrator said. No, what he did was he got people who actually speak Portuguese and asked them what was said. And then when they told him, then he was able to say what was said. That's not to mention his friendship with the racist and also xenophobic Thorin. Right, my xenophobia is different from my racism. And already, even if he hadn't blocked this guy, he'd done awesome work. Now, we're no longer even talking about should Richard Lewis win an award. We're just saying, Richard Lewis is perfect. I will argue the counter case. And then you go, besides, he's friends with Thorin, right? Okay, so even if everything else was perfect, being friends with me disqualifies him from winning an award. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Thanks for proving you are mentally ill. Get ready. I guess the tweets are still there. You can go look for yourself, but if you can't see prejudice at the time, you won't see it now. Yeah, I mean, that is what happens when there's nothing there, mate. They won't see it anytime they look. Lewis will still be a prick for defending a racist like Thorin. Wait a minute, no, it wasn't about that. Bro, it was about him blocking you, and it was about him not being good at his job. But no, now it's actually, the only thing it's about is being friends with me. So he must give up being friends with me in order to win awards. Okay? But let me guess. Calling Brazilians monkey. Notice how it's always that I called Brazilians monkey. It can never be the truth. Have you ever noticed that? I never even said the word monkey, by the way, at any point in the tweet. Calling Brazilians monkey is not racist on your vision. By the way, you're the one before saying we shouldn't lecture you about Portuguese. Your English is fucking terrible, mate. Like, you're all over the place with the tenses, the syntax, the grammar. Richard Lewis is the greatest journalist to ever touch the industry. What he said is a joke. Calling people a monkey isn't a racist insult 99% of the time. Why don't you talk about KNG threatening to kill a fellow player? He didn't just threaten, he attempted to act upon it. Your fans spitting on opposing teams, the list goes on. Those are all true. Then he goes, no. Not only was not a joke, he doubles down and debated with people on how he was right. Well, my God, that's not what you're doing now, is it? Calling is racist for 99% of Brazilians, and Thorin knew that. That's why he also deleted the tweet. Actually, I deleted the tweet years later, because even though there was an apology, they would just bring up the tweet and go, see, he never even apologized for it, and it's still up because he is proud. So these people just move the goalposts no matter what. And Thorin was also xenophobic and sexist, and Lewis defended him. Oh, when did he defend me being xenophobic and sexist? And then he just goes, what aboutism? Right, so he's saying, Richard Lewis can't even be friends with me because I'm racist. But when this guy goes like, well, why don't you talk about KNG actually trying to murder people? And he goes, that's just what aboutism though, isn't it? What aboutism, isn't it? Because remember, by their logic, even if a Brazilian did kill me or my family member, that would never be justified saying, I think Brazilians, they're pieces of shit. That would never be justified, apparently. That's a good one, but we're going to get to a good one soon. Wait there. I've got to find this mega one. I'm going to skip through because I want to find this insane one that was in the same thing. Oh, there we go. I found it already. This is glorious, boys. This is fucking amazing. During a similar drama in 2020, when all those Brazilians sent by Gaules, and thanks to Fallen, were going and hating on Leaf. I think that's what it was that was going on here. They were all telling Leaf, we're going to kill you. We'll kill you if you ever come to Brazil. The same people. Wow, you are just xenophobically hating us for no reason, man. Man. This is whataboutism. Why would us saying we will kill a 16-year-old make people dislike? Why are you whataboutism with us? So this guy goes, worth a watch. Also, if you're one of the people being racist towards the Brazilian community, so Moses even helping you here, in forum/Twitch chat for whatever reason, you are complete scum and nobody wants you in the CSGO scene. Let me guess, is there some way this will be my fault again, that Brazilians, including their most famous player ever, are inciting hatred against a 16-year-old? How will that become my fault, I wonder? Let's just see, shall we? So then NBK goes, I just don't get it. Can't we say fuck you to people that insult and are racist toward Brazilians, and fuck you to people that send death threats to a 16-year-old? Are we, by the way, you have to pick with Brazilians. politics because you have to be loyal to piece of shit people who want to kill people. That's part of being Brazilian, apparently. Are we obliged to constantly add more hatred to hate? Did we forget how everyone loved Brazil when they dominated? Fuck. So then this guy goes, you high, bro. Back when they were winning against everyone, it was peak hate against us, right? So I didn't do a video and say, welcome to the SK Gaming era. I didn't say Fallen's the best opera in the world and the best IGL in the world. We didn't all vote Cold Zero Player of the Year and give a million. No, it was always just hate from day one because you are mentally ill and you have to have a victim complex. That's even worse than a victim complex because your victim complex isn't about you. You've made it that you're like the sixth man of the team. And when we hated on them, we hated on you. And when they won in a video game, you proved us wrong, didn't you? You fucking clown. You have no actual affinity group in real life, so you've associated yourself with a video game team and made up and retconned their whole historical narrative. MBK, like everyone's saying, knows, actually that's nonsense. He goes, the whole pro scene was insanely happy for the LG guys. Get ready for how mental this is going to go. When they won their first major and everyone was vocal and supporting them. Praising, fucking Flusher even paid for them to go to a LAN the year before, you fuck. Praising their hard work and dedication, and it drove the communities a lot of messages of positivism towards Brazil. Get ready. He goes, not everyone. I already said, Thorin always said that we live in favela and walk with monkeys on the street. Isn't it xenophobic? Can anyone remember where I ever said the statement that Brazilians live in favelas and walk, not even our monkeys, walk with monkeys on the street? That happened, of course. That's a real state. That happened. I don't even know what the walk with part would even be. Which is it? Am I saying they are monkeys or do they walk monkeys? Which is it? What are we even talking about anymore? Just nothing really in it. Here's a good one. Get ready for ZywOo stance. They're mentally ill too. They should have their own fucking wing. This guy goes, ever consistent. This is in May of 2023. Ever consistent, ZywOo's worst event rating so far this year is 1.28, which is insane, isn't it? The last time the French star posted a below average tournament rating was 2 years ago in Blast Spring Showdown online qualifier, yet he never went below 1.00 on LAN. Get ready for the mental illness. Yet Thorin would somehow construct an argument to call him an onliner. Do you know the best thing about this argument? ZywOo fans are so stupid, they can't even understand basic concepts that are factual. So here's two things I said about ZywOo's online performance. I pointed out that when everyone bragged about how many MVPs he won, at the time, like half of them were from online tournaments. Now, is that me calling him an onliner, or is that me proving that he won most of his MVPs, or half of them, in online tournaments? That's just a fact. If you think that makes him an onliner, you made that conclusion. Then I pointed out, when PGL Stockholm came, and they were struggling early on in the Swiss system, the second Swiss, and they were like down 0-2, I pointed out that ZywOo, to that point in his career, had farmed onliners. Because what he'd done is he'd played 2019, a few months at 2020, then we'd been online for longer than that period of time where he'd gotten a Player of the Year award and loads of MVPs and he had farmed people online. And by saying that, I wasn't, but to a mental person, I was saying ZywOo is just an onliner. He's never done it online. He didn't do any of it in 2019. He can't do it online. And because he's just an onliner, he's bad. And I'm saying he will always be a bad onliner. And so there were a million replies. I'll one day pull up one of those tweets where there's a million people like, look at 2019, bro, you're saying ESL Clone didn't happen? Oh, so now you're saying he can't ever win. So he's just online. You know, Simple was playing online too. You know, Simple played online. You know, Simple won some MVPs online, even though that was never ever what I was ever saying. That's why I started doing that thing, if you didn't notice, where I just started saying facts about ZywOo and let him just wig out and go mental. Because, by the way, I'm not even the one talking here. This is HLTV.org. And then he goes, he would construct an argument to call him an onliner. When have I ever called him an onliner? Oh, no, sorry, it's what I would do in your mind where I'm not, where you're modelling me that exists, then modelling me, observing the news you just observed, and then you can't even actually process the news yourself. You have to process it via proxy of me. You have to imagine me reading the news and what I might say in your diseased brain, because it's not actually me, it's a version of me created by you, a deeply unwell cretin who's in love with a French boy. Here's a good one. Another one where I just state facts and someone goes actually fucking mental. So when on the 23rd of May, Navi lost the major. Let's see. What actually was the date of this? Let's just double check. 23rd of May. That would actually be after the major, I think. Let's have a look what would be on what was the last tournament this could be. Maybe it's the last one of the season. Let's have a look here. 2022. Oh no, this is the day after they lost the major final. So my point that I make out is that since most people think an era can't just be 3 or 4 months, as we found out with Team Liquid and SK Gaming, etc., since they lost the major final and hadn't won any lands in 2022 and had lost Katowice and EPL and the major, I pointed out, thus ends Navi's attempt at an era. They not only failed to win a land this year, but lost the major and to the team who beat them in best of 3 series at all of the lands and went on to win those titles. So logically, if someone else wins all the lands and Katowice and the major and they beat you at all those lands and they're number one and you're not, you don't win any lands, then your attempt at an era is over. You can't have it anymore. That's just the way it works. 3 out of 4 series were also 2-0 to FaZe. Then in comes someone mental. And he goes, dumbass, I so wish you could feel all the pain of the Ukrainians. How do you suggest the boys play when Simple's parents are in Kiev, where there are almost military actions, and the Russians' country has attacked Ukraine? Imagine this situation, you fucking English asshole. Right, so because I'm saying their era has ended in esports history, that means I am supporting the Russians and blaming Simple for not having an era by saying he doesn't have an era because his city's being attacked. That's what I'm saying. That's a totally reasonable response. You have to be such a freak. First saying one thing and then another. Yeah, they're things that have nothing to do with me or my opinion, by the way. A fucking loser. Right? You know why I despise shitholes like this who don't speak English? Because if you understood English so you could interpret my statement, you wouldn't have to reply to me using your fucking language, which is not English. You would reply in English. But since you don't understand English and cannot write to me in English, I know you cannot read what I am writing in English. And you know what happens? Every single time I point out that totally valid, logical composition, every dickhead on the internet goes, well, maybe you should learn Portuguese. Maybe you should learn Russian. Why do you only speak one language? Why do you only speak one language? Because I'm only trying to speak in my language. I am the one who is right. You are categorically wrong. Idiot. This is a good one. Let the record show I travel with a steamer and iron my shirt every broadcast. Right, you ready? This is a totally reasonable thing to say. I legit unblocked Thorin. What's this got to do with me, bro? I just live rent-free in every cunt's head, don't I? It's mental. I'm just a fucking guy from the UK who likes esports. What even is this? So because I liked watching Thresh play 1v1 and control the rocket launcher on DM6, I have to have morons just fantasize about me every day of their life. Just live your life, you daft cunt. I legit unblocked Thorin. Well, fucking hell, this is going to be an amazing story. Oh, go on. What next? What next after you unblocked him, almighty power user of Twitter? To see the original tweet, right? So obviously you're obsessed because you had to unblock me to see my tweet. I think we've already established you're probably going to be mentally ill, innit? And it reminded me why I blocked him. Bro, no one cares you unblocked me. No one cares you're obsessed to look at the tweet and no one cares you blocked me again. No one cares, bro. It had 0 replies, 0 retweets, 0 likes. Gecko Gaming TV. Are you ready? Look what outraged him. Look how outraged he must be. Wearing a Lakers jersey to an event that has nothing to do with the jersey is exactly the same as wearing the event's host country's national jersey during a World Cup game day. He's an idiot. No, that was never the point I made. My point was this. When I wore a Lakers jersey on DreamHack Winter, people like Joe Miller and D-Man publicly attacked me and said, like, does anyone see what he's wearing on the bra? Someone contact DreamHack. This is unprofessional. They didn't know. I asked DreamHack, what's the dress code? They told me, oh, wear whatever you feel comfortable. It's DreamHack. We're going with sort of a chill vibe. You don't have to wear a suit. So I wore a jersey. But then years later, they had an event in 2018. I'm going to guess it's like ESL1 Belo Horizonte or something. They had some event where all the casters and talent came out wearing a Brazil football jersey. A football jersey. By the way, just to pander because they were in Brazil. And then to him, that's totally reasonable that on a video game tournament, you'd wear a Brazil football jersey. But me talking about them, criticising me for being unprofessional, for wearing a Lakers jersey at a chill-out event that isn't even professional, that's totally... As usual, the rules just go... What did Thorin say? Well, it's wrong. What did this other guy say that makes no sense logically and counteracts your own argument? Well, shit, I guess it's right if Thorin's wrong. Just that times 1 million. And that's, by the way, why not only did this mentally ill person have to unblock me, read the tweet, get mad that I made a totally valid point about a jersey, he then had to reblock me, tell Chad he did that, and then explain his shit point and go, he's an idiot, no punctuation. Cool. Get ready. Hey guys, welcome to Top 10 Career Suicides of all time. By the way, December 28th, 2021. Let's have a look at this, who this is. It's a guy who's a consultant for Wasserman in gaming. By the way, they only have 35k Twitter followers. I have 990k. He has 2,000 and he almost follows 1,700. Ex-video game competitor, bro. We all know ex-competitor means he just played video games. That's it. Brilliant. But remember, I'm the one who committed career suicide. My career's done, boys. It's over for me. I'm not around right now. You guys didn't subscribe. It didn't happen. I didn't make any money. I'm not working at events. It didn't happen. If they say my career's over, it's over. Don't you understand the rules? They have the reality stone. Whatever they want to be true can be true. So here we go. I am esports. I mean, okay, but I've legit never heard of you. 480 followers. Account created in 2009. Who dare indeed. Same, and I've been in the industry for over a decade, right? Who actually believes this, by the way? This guy used to work for Blizzard. So he's been in the industry for a decade, and he's never heard about me. Then you don't know esports, you fucking clown. You're a moron. You're actually a moron. This guy goes, unsurprisingly, if you've been in the industry for 10 years and not heard of him, by the way, I won the fucking Esports Journalist of the Year award in 2016 or 2017, I think it was. Maybe you just don't follow esports. The fact you wrote for Blizzard, that doesn't say you know esports at all, you moron. For 10 years and not heard of him, that's quite concerning. He's won multiple Journalist of the Year awards and is incredibly popular in CS. Not agreeing with any of his takes, but come on. It shouldn't be. Generally speaking, generally he's going to do all the heavy lifting here. Esports personalities don't get known outside the game they work with. Right. He's acknowledged I'm an esports personality, but he says he don't get acknowledged outside the game, right? So I can't be esports. Even though he acknowledges that unless he followed my game, CS, he wouldn't know me. I mean, case closed, doesn't he? Just argued against himself. I don't follow CSGO. Thus, I've never heard of him outside of bad takes like this. What's the... I mean, logically, you'd need to be esports for this to make any sense. It's just a non sequitur. Further, get ready for this. According to Wikipedia, he won a single journalistic... Oh, is that all? Did I only win one? How many people have won multiple times out of interest? Oh, just Richard Lewis. Oh, okay. Award from the Esports Awards. Get ready, this is brilliant. And has only been involved since 2015. I've only been involved in esports since 2015. No, dickhead. That's around the time the Esports Awards began. You know so little about esports, you don't even know when the Esports Awards began. You don't know what you're talking about. As usual, someone who doesn't know the history of esports is going to tell me, the esports historian, what the history of esports is and why I wasn't there. Sound. I honestly can't tell if his statement was meant to be satire because he didn't build it, right? I didn't build any of it. I didn't build any of those things in esports. Let me guess, this did though, didn't he? Nor does it rest on his shoulders. That's why you're obsessively commenting on me now. I'm not even in this thread. He has been involved in Counter-Strike as a journalist in 2001 and was a prominent figure. I have no idea where you're getting 2015 from. I hate to break it to you, but he did build esports. And then later someone says, so I don't know who said it, he goes, perhaps one of the biggest in Counter-Strike. Well, so we're now acknowledging I might be one of the biggest figures in all of Counter-Strike, one of the major esports games of all time. But outside that bubble, he is virtually unknown. Actually, I'm very well known in League of Legends too. Did you know people like Faker and Coleman know who I am? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, honestly, you just worked in an office going, hey, Blizzard, the new shit version of StarCraft is going out. I did that. It is worse. Haha, Brood War. Who likes that game, eh? So as usual, at the end, we just get to, I just don't like you, so I'm just going to say anything I want. Here's a good one. Get ready for another example of just saying things that have no invective to them at all, and then people just being shitheads. FaZe adds another title to the pile. This is when FaZe had won ECS Season 4. SK might look better, but the accomplishments are greater for FaZe because on aggregate, FaZe had better placings in more tournaments. If they could add the major, since everyone knew SK Gaming wouldn't be able to attend with Bolts, they had to use Phelps, their previous lineup, due to Bolts being in the major qualifier cycle for whoever it would have been, Immortals or something. It doesn't matter if SK is better. There will be a gap in resume for these lineups because then the SK lineup with fucking Phelps won't have won a major, will it? Or Bolts. Meanwhile, FaZe would have won a major. It's a totally reasonable statement. Then this guy from Brazil goes, just shut the fuck up, my man. You're losing your honour. Yep. Just losing my honour because I made a statement about how the resumes of two teams would stack up if one didn't win a tournament and one did win a tournament. This guy's purely mental, so we'll get into this guy. This guy is a nutter TSM fan. A nutter. Get ready. Thorin and TSM isn't a rivalry. TSM is a dead brand. By the way, this is aged fabulously. Just stating facts, not trash talking. That's obviously a joke and trash talking in it. That's why I said it that way. The broadcast should just talk Thorin versus Fnatic while we're playing. Tell me I'm wrong. This guy goes, given that your facts are in fact lies. I love it. I love it. This guy's one of those, as you can tell by his name, he's one of those mental T1 fans you get in League. I do believe I know who you will be voting for come November 3rd. It's amazing. Bro, I'm not American. Listen, I know in the modern day, you can just sort of like go to Mexico, maybe you stumble and trip over a line, walk into a booth, they don't even ask ID and you can vote for someone. I know you're mental enough in America to allow that, but theoretically, I can't vote in an American general election. I also don't live in America. So I don't know how I would do it in 2020. I can't do a mail-in vote, can I? I'm not American. And then thirdly, because I lied about a fact, well, we all know there's only one politician lies about facts. That's ye old orange man. So I must be voting for the orange man because all liars go, hey, is anyone out there lying? Fuck, I don't care what your policies are. Let me get in on the lies. The father of lies, the devil himself. I believe I know who you will be voting for come November 3rd. And then this guy deleted his post, but we'll keep reading. He goes, yes, someone who is racist. I am not at all surprised to see people like you show your face. If you want to be educated to not be racist, let me know. Oh, he's offering a service. Oh, get ready. Remember, this guy, by his name, we're assuming is Korean. Think about how mental this statement would be, Korean guy. Always ready to cleanse people like you. Now, the problem is, actually, based on his English, he isn't actually just speaking like broken foreign language English that someone taught him in Korea. He's actually, he didn't mean I'm ready to like clean people like you by helping not be. He actually did put always ready to cleanse people like you. So he's gone from I'm racist, I'm lying about facts, therefore I'm definitely writing for ye old Trumperino, to, yes, you're racist. If you'd like, I will cleanse your people. Oh, cool. So normal totally most sane, hinged on T1 stand you can get. Let's just have a look at some of the history, though. We've got a lot here. We got a lot going on here, boys. But I don't want to deny you with some of the glory. So let's go in order. But actually, maybe I'll skip to this funny one, because this is a pretty good one. This was when the conflict of interest happened with Lena and TSM and Doublelift. So if you don't know, Lena managed to even fuck up a sponsor deal because what happened is she got recorded in the background having a phone call saying she couldn't sell the player Dardock because no one wanted him. As Doublelift streamed on his new Lenovo PC, which had been set up wrong, so it was just picking up all the background info and just leaked what Lena said. And so I put lol at her managing to bring her, and then she went on Reddit and confirmed it was the Lenovo PC that recorded her. Like, shut up about the sponsor. So I put lol at her managing to bring a sponsor into the fuck up too. I'm sure Lenovo love the plug, LMFAO. This nutter goes, I am not sure if you even understood the writing. And based off your standards, probably not. Do you know what the worst thing is? I can't wait. Just tell me, bro. It is people like you and Monte Cristo not being able to be fair and objective on the situation, being so critical when you do not know the full story. For such influential people, albeit only in NA, which is nothing, is sad enough. And do you know what happens when fuel is set to the fire? That's right. People get burned. Well, maybe it should be a cleansing fire. Then it will just burn away their impurities and free their soul, right? Talking harder, T1. But do you know who is being burnt the most right now? It's Dardoch. Your repeated statement and accusations only serve to continually remind him. Right, so guys, let me just check the facts. So when Lena, on camera, was heard in a private convo going, nobody wants Dardoch, I just can't sell him. That wouldn't in any way lower his trade value. And me commenting on her publicly doing that is the problem, because it reminds Dardoch that he's the one getting burned, even though she's the one burning him and ruining his value, and she's actually publicised it. But no, the real problem is, checks notes, me and Monty commenting on it, because you're deeply, deeply unwell. Notice also, guys, that a deeply unwell T1 stan is a fan winning any of TSM. Let me guess, brother. Fanatic fan in Europe? You're mentally ill, aren't you? Thought so. Well, let's look at his history. This is from recently, August 4th. Don't expect Thorin. Let's have a look what this was from. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. So this was just a nutter going, I'm speechless at this. We just want it. There's no fans here on yet. But the worst part about the obsessive fan base of T1 is they now have a totally deluded expectation the team will make a U-turn and win worlds anyway. To which, as if to make my fucking amazing comment hilarious. So this guy's going, this is so dumb. We don't expect that. Then this guy immediately, this guy didn't watch worlds last year or something. Right, one, I'm obviously referencing the one time ever it happened ever in history. And then two, I'm saying that nutters like you will expect, because it happened once last year, that the team turned it around and then won Worlds, that you'll do it again. To which you go, well, didn't you watch Worlds or something? It did happen. So already genius levels of self-awareness on this one. But let's get ready for the good one. Don't expect Thorin to have a brain. He has a dictionary to match Gordon Ramsay. Okay, I've got a dictionary. I don't even know what that means. But at least Ramsay has intellect. Okay, brilliant. Something sorely lacking in Thorin. That was seen, it was on August 4th, guys. It was seen by 54 people. Get ready. Get ready. I love when I just do facts, guys. Well, there's not even an opinion. I just put facts. Watch. T1 roster, their 5-man lineup, international resume. They came second at MSI, second at Worlds, third at MSI, first at Worlds, and third at MSI. Then I put spot the outlier, because there's obviously only one win, isn't there? There's one win, and it's a Worlds. Other than that, they always lose. Get ready. So you had the balls to finally unban me. Notice they all think this is like Berserk, and they're like my ultimate nemesis I've been battling to get towards the whole time. Like, you are nobody, bro. I'm using you for comedic purposes to figuratively beat the shit out of for free money, clicks, and subs on my stream and YouTube. Make sure you don't spit BS again, or else I will take you to school. One like, seen by 175 people, even though it was done back in the 18th of May. Get ready. Monty, having a horde of nephews screaming at everyone about Faker's greatness when they have never even seen the most dominant part of his career is so unbelievably insufferable. Where do these people even come from? And just so you know, one of those nephews screaming about his greatness and then dissing it because he feels insufferably inferior is your friend at Thorin. Oh, and I will dominate too. I would say the same will happen to you too in just a wee bit. Okay, brilliant. Get ready. 22nd, August 18th, 2022. We have two bigots in at Thorin and at Monte Cristo who will do anything in desperation to stay relevant. So is that really a surprise? What was he replying to here? Nothing. Just no. We're just bigots, I guess, because we picked, I don't know, T1 to not win or something. Am I staff? Another false accusation. Can see why Thorin would love this. Both him and yourself love falsehoods and or controversies. Not surprising. It's because I voted for that old fucking Trumperuno, isn't it? You remember that time I voted in the US election for Trumperuni? It's brilliant, isn't it? This is a good one. For individuals that believe I am appeasing to anyone other than myself, right? That's not even English, bro. Please just fucking get someone to teach you English. Thorin, reflect and make sure to apologise to Bwipo. Right, I have to apologise to Bwipo because Bwipo came on a show when in Korea there was a literal conspiracy behind the scenes to deny his friend and my friend LS a job at T1 the Agog where Faker had approved him to be a strategic coach because he's gay. They were doing behind the scenes a whole campaign to stop him getting that gig because he's gay. I went onto a show with Bwipo and now Dominate and pointed out that Koreans have an underlying resentment of gay people and don't like them and do not want them in their culture and tacitly do not approve of them or promote them, and you have to keep it secret. Bwipo then came out and apologised, and even apologised for not stopping me saying things. He didn't know whether they were true or not. I lived in Korea, fuckhead. I wasn't just in a PC bong on fucking playing League of Legends, dick face. So he then apologised for not stopping me making my remarks. So unsurprisingly, I blacklisted him from appearing on my shows. So this moron, because Bwipo just said that didn't happen, just goes, now you have to apologise to Bwipo. Oh, brilliant. This was the one about me voting for him. Here's a good one. I was actually arguing with Yamato about this. He then goes, you want to wade into this debate, Thorin? Think about what he's about to say. Then become a credible head coach before talking. Right, okay, then you can't have an opinion on journalism because you're not a journalist and you aren't a head coach either. So you can't have an opinion on drafting. Shut the fuck up. Or become professional at Twitter. You're not any of those three, shut the fuck up. Otherwise, explain clearly how card games are relevant in draft. Oh, it's quite simple. What you do is you group together, like colour schemes in collectible card games, concepts within draft, which you then apply, like this counters this one, but gets countered by another. You do that concept. That's actually how it works, but you're a fucking moron TSM T1 fan, so you would never understand that. Anyway, the point is, you can imagine, there's 1 million of them. Here's a good one. It's not that hard to not have sex with people who work for you, because Lena's tweet used to be, it's not that hard to not be a dick to people. So I put, it's not that hard to not have sex with people who work for you. Have you ever had one, though? I would suspect not, given a man of your character, lol. Got him. Got him. Did he get him? Did I get him? Haha. Brilliant ones today. Which is more dense? Reginald, a neutron star. It's actually you. No, you. Hey, you know what? I know you're pretty dense, Reggie, but it's next to a neutron star, but it's no you. Brilliant. You nailed it. Tell you what, you'll know who I'm voting for. Get ready, this is brilliant. This is fucking unbelievable. Maybe Lena can just get Schalke's managing director to say she didn't leak any info while talking to him about upset. Seems like that's all it would take to get some of you clowns on board. If what Schalke said was true, then it's true. Oh, my bad. My mistake. I thought we had like an evidentiary standard. Apparently, just testimony of someone involved in the case just makes it true. Here's my axiom. The Schalke #1 axiom. The Schalke ein axiom. If Schalke says it is true, then it is true. Case closed. Here's a good one. Are you a member of their board? No, that's what I thought. I love it. It's so dumb. We probably won't keep reading too many because this guy's just a moron. Look how many were on the same day to like every tweet I did. Imagine getting this mad about an art contest. He's just going on about this. Look at the two geniuses, Thorin and Monty, and their art competition to know more. They may be influential people, but they think they're international. What does it mean? I mean, Monty is from America and I'm from Britain. Like, that's fairly international. Yeah, it's Anglosphere, but it is fairly international. I don't really even know what that means. I have no idea what that means. It just means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, doesn't it? Should we even go down anymore? Okay, let's see. Still on the 12th. Fucking look how many are on the 12th, bro, of May. Bro, look at this. How many are on the 12th of May? Why is he just going ham like this every day? No fucking likes or anything. It's just nothing. Fucking hell, it's amazing, isn't it? It's just too good, isn't it? It's too good. Let's see. Can you read, comma, or not? Well, there'll be a comma there. Here's the thing. If you're too stupid to know how grammar works, just don't pop it in there randomly. That won't help you. Still, we're on the 10th of May. Okay, that's okay. Fucking hell. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, this is good. How dare I call out Scoundrel? Because what happened is Scoundrel, if you remember my video about Frankie, was one of the people who, when Frankie called me out for homophobic hate speech, she then passed it back to the awards people who were like Ellie, some dickhead who was on the BBC, triple-barreled name, and fucking Scoundrel. They were there, and they sort of like, yeah, it's a shame people like that are in our community. So I just went online for Scoundrel, who was a little arse licker back then, wanted to get big in league, and I just looked up his tweets, and what do you know? 2 years earlier, to his friends in esports, he was just joking, using what you would call the F-slur. Just openly on Twitter without deleting the tweets. So I just took his tweets and posted them and just put, well, if you like calling people out, how about this? So then this dickhead is so mentally ill. I'm also not allowed to call people out for things they did provably wrong, by the way, because he just says so. Some nightmare fuel T1 Karen lunatic just gets to decide, shame on you to call out Scoundrel. People may have been like that in the past, but as your screenshot highlighted, that was 2 years ago. Oh my God, 2 whole years. Well, it's 2018 now. We all know in 2016, everyone used to call each other F-slurs online in eSport. Oh no, wait, that never happened. And you've never found a tweet of me saying it on Twitter ever in my entire time since joining 2009. Weird that, because 2009 is a lot more before 2016. People change as time progresses, right? So you think people stop being, by your logic, homophobic in the same way as a mountain is carved out by like water erosion over thousands of years and millions of years? People change, do they? Do I ever change, dickhead? Many things around their environment helps them change, get ready, for better or worse. So in that case, since Scoundrel had never apologised for it, never addressed it and had the tweets up, we could actually infer he hadn't changed for the better. Maybe he'd even changed for the worse, because now he was pretending to be against people who say that word, while actually being someone who used it himself. Now he is changing for the better, right? Because I call them out years later and they delete the tweets. That's them changing for the better and I shouldn't have called them out. That's the fucking logic. Now he is changing for the better and you call him out. By the way, I wonder who you're voting for since you defend people who use the F-slur in 2018. And you call him out and say he's a hypocrite. He is literally a hypocrite, you fucking dunce. So you consider changing for the better a hypocrite? Yes. Yes, I consider when I call him out for something he never addressed and never apologised for, him then just going, shit, and then deleting the tweets is actually me saying he's a hypocrite for changing for the better. You've nailed it again, T1 Stan Kang G. Well, G, I think this guy is not a Kang. Not a bad one there. Could work something with Ashley Gang there, but we'll work on that another time. Really? Really, my dude? In that case, it may be better off for you to stay away from social media for a while. Right? You just tweeted about 100 times on the 12th of May 2000 because you're mentally ill. Maybe you should stay off social media. Oh, thanks for the advice. Oh, okay, brilliant. All right, yeah. That's like you're fucking elbow deep into eating the shit out of someone's arse, and then you go, maybe you should wipe your mouth. You've got a little something up there if you're going to talk to me. That's dirty. Where are your manners? At Thorin, so you can call your brain back when it has evidently gone to Mars. Got him! You know the thing about you? Yeah? Get ready for this. You're not going to be able to handle this. You know your brain? Gone to Mars, hasn't it? You know why Elon Musk loves your brain? Because it's already been to Mars. Hey, I can do this all day, guys. Guys, where are my likes? Where are the likes, guys? Guys, you didn't click the heart, guys. Scoundrel, continue changing for the better. Never did change, by the way. What's that even mean? Keep up the good work. Don't let people like Thorin put you down. Right, now he's just lying. He goes, by the way, Uzi I is pronounced as Woo Ji, not Uzi I. Right, let me just find this quickly for you.
老 UZI，
到 UZI 的位置，因为 UZI 的加入。
UZI，
大家好，我是皇族的 ADC UZI。
2014年度 MVP 奖获得者是 UZI 小勇。
But remember, because a dickhead called Kobe, he's actually a good caster, but he's talking out of school, talked to Uzi at the tournament and went, do you mind if we call you Uzi? And he goes, nah. No, I'm wrong. It's actually pronounced Woo G. G-I. Not Uzi. You know what I just showed you them saying over and 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 over again. You are deeply unwell. Get ready. Smoothie played one part of one split for Echo Fox and accomplished sweet fuck all. So spare me the fake theatrics on his departure. If you don't like thank you videos, don't watch them, says a guy obsessed with my Twitter for years. And I didn't even read them all out. They were just so mentally ill. They're just so mentally ill, boys. It's too much mental illness. By the way, dissing Joe Rogan's not the best way to get on my good side. Joe Rogan's 1,000 times more entertaining and funny than you, mate, so I don't really give a fuck. Another good Brazilian one here. Brazilians is too retarded. They threaten the guys because of a game. This is probably about the Leaf thing, right? Now, let me see. How would this ever have to do with me? Let me guess. The number one criminal against Brazil. So let's go in here. Okay. This guy goes, what about ism? Seriously, man, fuck you. They threatened an American. Brazilians are bad. They call us monkeys, including the one time ever that someone made a joke about that. You're still going on about it 4 years later. And they make fun of our country all the time. So then this guy, because he's sane, goes, it doesn't justify it, brother. We completely lost our reason when we started threatening. Dude, I'm not justifying it. You just did it, bro. You just did it. I just want to say that Brazilians are always the ones in the wrong. You know, every day Thorin is annoying everyone and everyone is calling us monkeys. And these guys don't even say anything, you know. Right? Just consider for a second if their reality was real. Every day, me and all the rest of the Western community that aren't Brazilian come online and go, Brazilians are monkeys. They live in favelas and walk with monkeys on the street. They are all monkeys to a man. Monkeys, 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 monkeys. Brazilians are, right? We do that every single day. And literally, we have all these giant sponsors. We go to events in Brazil. We get invited to events in Brazil. We attend majors. Brazilians take photos with us. What seems plausible about this scenario? Does this seem like a mentally ill person is hyperbolizing a situation from years earlier to make it seem enormous when it's not a big deal really to almost anyone except notice like that? Yeah, it's weird how that works, isn't it? There's only a few more. So this guy, Captain Flowers, came out and did this. If everything about those in power at EG handled Danny's situation last year is true, it's appalling. Total disregard for someone's health and well-being because of market value and brand impact as priorities is absolutely soulless. Get ready. Shame and disgrace to those responsible. Now, the reason why this guy is a fucking pussy-ass coward bitch is because he literally appeared in the video with the people responsible. He was in a video for Worlds, I believe a piece of branded content, with Overly, his girlfriend at the time, I think. And he was a caster of Worlds, insane conflict interest, but okay. And he appeared in a video advertising their org, talking shit on other orgs and regions. So he could be in the video with them, presumably getting paid by them, by the way. No, I don't see any disclaimer here that you worked with them and got paid by them, by the way. And then you turn around when they do something horrific to a guy who potentially could have been hospitalized because he needed actual food, he was malnourished. You just go, well, if it's true, then whoever did it, well, it's just bad, isn't it? And then disgrace to them. But you can't mention their name, bizarrely, my brother. Meanwhile, you were laughing at me. In fact, I had you blocked. Ha ha! Anyone who says she is esports is no true esports at all. Quoting things from fucking fictional characters, dickhead. They're not the Bible, you know. They're not Jesus, you moron. Big Smokes, J4. So then I go, you don't mind calling Carlos out by name? He did on Twitter. Why did you forget to name check Nicole, his friend and someone who actually he was in the video with? I saw you appeared in her World's Hype video. Was that enough of a payoff? Now, is he going to address anything I've said about Carlos, about Nicole, about him appearing in the video, that he got paid off by them? I put fucking coward. And then he just goes, I thought you still had me blocked from when I called you Joffrey Baratheon. That's it. That's the last time he addresses it. Right, so I'm going, you called someone out on Twitter, then someone you were associated with did something worse, but you didn't call her out, and you were paid off by her. You are a hypocrite and a coward. And he goes, oh yeah? I thought you had me blocked. Got him! That's it, he's got me. 2.3k likes. Genius! Oh, fuck it. The way he crafted it was so special what he just did. So special. Here's a good one. Carlos got cancelled because he was literally partying with someone wanted for sexual exploitation. We have no idea how much control Nicole had over this incident. Thorin is just a shit stirrer. Right, so let's go through it fact by fact. Carlos got cancelled. I mean, he was barely cancelled. He still owns G2 because he was literally partying. No, he was just in the same place. We've never seen any evidence, by the way, that person even addressed him or knows him. Literally partying with someone wanted for No, you all after the fact found that detail out and repeat that he's wanted for sexual exploitation. At the time, none of you knew that. You just knew he'd done mean videos and he was a red pill guy. You've all lied that everything he's done since then and what Carlos has said since then and what crimes have been alleged since then were all known to you who were omnipresent years before this, and everyone knew that, and that's the only reason they like that guy. It's because they like sexual exploitation and trafficking. Then we have no idea how much control Nicole had over this incident. I do, because I spoke to countless people inside, and I have all the sources, and I was able to. Thorin is just a shit stirrer. No, I'm the first person. Richard Lewis came after me in an official capacity broker to break the story that Danny was mistreated, which in the end absolutely was shown to be the case. And across the board, people came out. But no, I'm just a shit stirrer. I actually saved a fucking young man in esports. You're busy trying to argue we should cancel people for shit you didn't know about. You utter cretin. This is a good one. This is from 2013. Arrived in Dallas, the same city I attended my first major esport nearly 11 years ago. So do some maths, guys. 2013, take 11 off. That would obviously be 2002. And look, it's March. So if he was attending an event, we're going to guess it would be CPL Summer 2002 because it's in Dallas where they held the CPLs in America, right? In the early days of CS 1.6. This is how old school I am. Because Matt Marcoux was one of the first Riot employees. He was the first actual, tournament director for Riot Games early on. This in 2013, the first year of LCS. This is how I am so OG. I am the OG of people you think are OGs. So then he's talking about this event and I can only imagine the amazing people you met back then. And then he goes, the first dude I met in esports really set the bar really high. It's been downhill since then because actually this guy was just a volunteer for the CPL for free, just packing up PCs. And as I was leaving the hotel to go to the airport, he said something, are you going to the airport, DFW? Can I hitch a ride with you? And I was like, okay. And then he talked to me and it just turned out, and I have an insane memory, that 10 plus years later, 11 years later, this guy actually had a top job in esports. And I was the first person in esports he ever met. It's almost like Check's notes, I am esports. Yes, I am esports. By the way, you have to understand, Nanowar literally worked for EG and was paid by them. He has a stupid bias on this particular topic. There's no point going into it. I could bring him on here in 5 minutes explaining why he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But why would I bother? We're not talking about StarCraft 2. Let him do what he wants. So, here's a good one. Just a completely imaginary one as usual. This is when Taz decided to retire in 2023. Meanwhile, he hadn't done fucking anything since 2018. It's in 2023 he's retiring. So I just put when pros retire half a decade after they were last relevant. This guy, I think he was even he's actually a Czech one. The problem is there's a guy with a very similar name that was a Spanish name. This guy's some guy from the Slovak and Czech scene. Okay. Here we go. As usual, mental illness. I'm not allowed. By the way, I'm the only person who was there, but I'm never allowed to make jokes or comments about other people. Only dickheads like Devi can make comments about other people. I'm never a legend, so I can always be mocked. But no, it doesn't actually matter in this particular case. That's just nonsense. So this moron, an utter nobody moron, goes, to have spicy comments on relevant topic is fine. No, it's not. You don't get to decide what's fine for my Twitter. I can tweet whatever I like, and if it isn't against TOS, you have fuck all say about it. To make fun of legend like Taz, which shaped CS and made history, damn. Right, where did I make fun of him? I pointed out he wasn't relevant for half a decade. He wasn't. He didn't do anything for half a decade. As esports historian, they always try to imply I aren't one. Haven't you noticed that? Even you should know. Or as someone who isn't an esports historian and doesn't know esports history, tell me what I should at least know. Even I should know. No, surely I would definitely know, dickhead. The idea that even you shouldn't know, it wouldn't be even. That would imply I wouldn't know this. But even I would know it as someone who knows the history of the space. Even you should know what is over the line. All right, you weak little bitch. This is over the line to point out someone's irrelevant. And thank him. I have to thank him for what he's done. By the way, where's this guy thanking me? Why is he not thanking me for what I've done for esports history? By the way, I did a Reflections with Taz. Did Devi do a Reflections with Taz? What am I thanking anyone for? You utter worthless. What, because you make PCs in fucking Czech Republic? I'm supposed to give a shit what you think? You fucking mess. Because his dedication to the game and this community made Counter-Strike what it is today. Some would say the same applies to me. You cretin. So have some respect to the pillars of this game. Irony, lack of self-awareness. When they officially retire, first time in their career. You know nothing about Taz. You know nothing about Taz. You don't know how many conversations I've had with him privately, what I know and don't know about him. You know nothing. You just make PCs, you wanker. Then this guy goes, except he is 100% right. I also thought Taz had retired ages ago. We can obviously praise Taz for his career in CS, but at the same time, him retiring now, it's pretty ridiculous in a way. Except nobody cares what you thought. Why does anyone care what you think then? Devi, who makes PCs in Czech Republic. He officially retired now, and he already have legends like Taco or Fallen. Right, now Taco's a legend already, brilliant. So that they admired him at their beginnings. Jesus, he was forming CS gaming scenes, so have some fucking respect. So me then. And say something nice, or just shut up if you can't. Then shut up! Shut the fuck up! Shut your fucking mouth! Your pie hole that or everything goes in except pies, apparently. Then this guy goes mental though. Again, nobody is saying we should not show him respect. It's a fucking joke. Get over it. A joke is dick riding someone so irrelevant like Thorin. 5 followers, 0 likes. The dude's channel is literally doing worse than McSkillets, a guy who murdered people, by the way. A guy who drove his car into oncoming traffic and killed himself and someone else, I believe. But no, that's literally, my channel is doing worse than McSkillets, who's dead. So logically, I must just be, I don't know, as bad as someone who's dead. What's even the point? Thorin still loses more subs a month during a time when... Have you ever noticed how I lose subs every month? I do. I'm never allowed to gain them, but I never suddenly go down to like 200k followers, no matter how many years it takes. These people actually support literal censorship. They're so fucking mentally ill, and then use it as proof that I'm not succeeding. Yeah, I'm not allowed to, you cretin. Same as my Twitter. It doesn't matter how... Go and make 1,000 bots and add them. You'll never see my numbers go over 200k. But no, now... I'm irrelevant and he's dick. Well, then why are you hating on someone who's irrelevant, you moron? Some people find his loud whining into slow irrelevance insufferable. You're still here talking, though. Though personally, I find it the peak of ironic comedy. What's the irony? As much as I love talking shit about Thorin, yeah, you're a loser, mate. A joke is dick riding someone so irrelevant. You love talking shit about me, someone irrelevant. I'll miss when the community punching bag finally actually retires. Right, remember, it's rude to say other people retire and they're irrelevant. But I'm irrelevant, and when I retire, it'll be hilarious because I'm irrelevant. What point are we making again here? Oh, my bad. Taz is God and Thorin is wrong every time. Brilliant. Oh, cool. Now, awesome. Great. Yeah, good. You lost your argument already when you called him irrelevant. Let me repeat. His channel is currently losing more subscribers than one that hasn't been uploaded to in 5 years because their owner tragically died. Why would people in the modern day of algorithms be going to a dead person's channel who isn't putting videos out and manually unsubscribe? Can you explain that to me? Should I tell you a reason someone would unsubscribe from my channel? Maybe they only care about Quake and they don't want to see all League of Legends stuff. Maybe they only care about League of Legends and don't want to see CS stuff. Crazy. During a time in which CS is having player peak counts. Right now, people playing the game in India on public servers for free means that more people should be watching my videos, even though all of YouTube has seen a downside in content, except that goes crazy on the algorithm. That's just a fact. But facts don't matter if you're mentally ill. So, I mean, what would you call that? Pretty good point. If your metric of someone being relevant comes just from YouTube channel sub counts, then you have a serious problem in your thinking. Cool. We've only got a few more. Here's a good one. Hey, at Thorin, women 3 likes, 2 replies, 1 retweet. Oh, this is doing numbers. We're getting that clout. In comes Veerless. And this is a CS2, Valorant and TFT commentator, technical swing at Moulin Rouge in the musical NL. Interesting. Let's look that up a second. Should we see if they worked any events? Maybe this should be an industry one. Could be, right? Let's do Veerless. Oh, that's interesting. This person has actually worked CS events. Okay. Let's look it up. Here we go. This person's from the Netherlands. They've worked Counter-Strike 2, Valorant, and Teamfight Tactics. Used to even play CSGO. Bunch of ESL Impact. No fucking events I would ever have been on, of course. Let's look in Valorant, shall we? Let's see what they did in Valorant. I'm going to guess not as much in Valorant. Maybe Game Changers. It doesn't show a page, so they must not have done as much in Valorant. And what was the other one? TF2. Who cares about TF2? So anyway, this is actual commentator. Ha 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 ha. And a block yet? Eyes emoji. Get ready. These losers who were just talking about me obsessing then goes, sadly not. I will have to try harder. Oh, you didn't know that, didn't you guys? You know when they all said, you went mental, you were just attacking women. No. Small nobody women like these people just constantly tried to bait me and tag 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 me in the hopes they would get blocked so then they could say, are you ready? He blocked me for nothing. I've never done anything. It's because I'm a woman and he hates women. Now, if someone was evil and hated women and was really terrible, why would you need to do that? Why wouldn't what they just did be enough? So get ready. This person, I hope he's blocked. Oh, he hasn't blocked. At Thorin, let me just annoy him more. Women belong in esports. Well, why would I think women belong in esports? I only hire them, you fucking cretin. And women-only cups are a good idea as it gives them a platform to inspire. By your logic, everyone should be allowed to play in women-only cups. You hate women, and you hate women having their own cups. That's a fact. So then let's look what the history of this person was. Veerless. This is where they're just thanking us for how we analysed at PGL Stockholm. And then what's that? 2019, I made this joke about Cold Zero and Device. Why I love Thorin. 2 years later, has he blocked you yet? Has he blocked? And a block as well? Let me just go and work ESL Impact and let's celebrating and hitting on them. Give me a fucking break, you actual cretin. By the way, I would say something like it'd be awkward for you when you meet me at an event, but it won't be. You'll never be at a valid event. And also, you'd just be counting how many feet you got. We all know that. Don't worry about that. Right, last one. This is when Big made the final of ESL 1 Cologne, and I pointed out, obviously they were never going to win. Get ready, this is how mental this guy goes. Imagine having the courage to say something like this just after round 3. Bet you feel good about it, like you would have grown some balls out of a sudden. You are a disgrace to the game and the scene. Right, in a best of 5 final, this imbecile thinks if after the 3rd round you say the team leading is going to win, you're like cheating somehow and you sort of know the result. You didn't have the balls to call it out before round 1. And it's just a funny post, and I've just took 2 pictures of them laughing and pointed out obviously Big was never going to win a best of 5 against fucking Navi, were they? Good old Germans in humour, of course. Undefeated. Everyone needs a support network, and mine is, of course, my Patreon community, the Scrominati, who, in many ways, they're the Sonny to my Cher, saying, I got you, babe. So this video and all the others on my channel were kindly supported by the following names: Ahmed Hadjou, Mac Pugnatio Rajcula, Adam Tomlin, Animosity, Jensen Goh, Tosh, Tooorin, and you know it. Jerky's Minion, my main man, always going to be referenced, one of the best patrons of all time. Would you like to ask a question in my AMA? Maybe you want to suggest a topic or a guest to say on my channel? Do you want teasers? Find out who the upcoming Reflections and Talk to Thorin interviews are. Maybe you want to do one of those long discussions where you get to set the topics we talk about. Well, if any of these or others appeal to you, put your money where your mouth is. Join the Scluminati today via the Patreon link in the description box below.